your Weather Authority forecast from meteorologist Amber Wheeler.
Well, hopefully you saw a little rain. If you didn't today, you have a chance this week. In fact, you'll have several chances this week. We do have a front towards our west that is going to be pushing into our neck of the woods, a little energy off into Texas that will give us some chances for some rain into tomorrow. It is not going to pack the punch that it is basically giving Texas tonight. We're not going to see all that severe weather move in our direction, but we are going to see chances for some storms move in as we head into Monday. Now, I really noticed that we're not going to see this being a slow-moving, soaking rain, and not everyone is going to get in on this action. A lot of the rain that we've had lately has come and moved into our direction. It's dried up and given us maybe little meager amounts here and there. This is going to be incredibly scattered, incredibly isolated. This is heading into tomorrow afternoon. You can see here that we've got the rain chances. They're just going to be incredibly hit or miss. But if you don't see any rain as we head into Monday, you have a better chance for the rest of the week to at least see a storm or two. But any storm that you see on Monday is going to carry a lot of moisture with it. So you could see some brief heavy downpour. So that's something we'll have to watch for on Monday afternoon. So it is a level 1 out of 4 for the flood risk. So not the highest, but certainly something we'll want to watch out for. Now, in terms of rain chances, again, we're going to have those daily this week, and we are going to have higher humidity and temperatures actually eventually in the upper 80s. A lot of the second half of the work week temperatures are in the upper 80s, but it's going to feel pretty hot out there because we are going to keep that humidity. And as we head into the next weekend, we're going to dry out, and we'll dry those rain chances out as well. So we do have this front pushing through as we head into Monday, and that's going to give us those rain chances. It's going to basically become nearly stationary off the coast here afterwards. That's going to keep those rain chances coming as we head towards Wednesday, Thursday, and even into Friday. But keep in mind, this is a global model, so it's going to paint everything with a broad brush. It's going to be much more scattered than what you're seeing here. But you'll notice that this really all pushes towards the south once we get into Friday, because we'll have a more drier air influence coming in from the north that's going to lower our rain chances for the weekend and lower our humidity. But between now and then, we do have high humidity, and again, those daily chances for some showers and thunderstorms, especially with the daytime heating. Notice that through the week here, you'll see it just a titch higher there for Wednesday and into Thursday, but it's just going to feel really muggy out there until we get into the next weekend. I do see some drier air moving in for the next weekend, but over the next 5 days, this is the rainiest signal we've seen in quite some time, so it is welcome. We're not talking really high numbers here. We're talking possibly about a ½ an inch to an inch at best. This is really a map showing the trends for the next week. This isn't going to show you where those heavy downpours are going to be from some brief storms that could move over you. So that's something to keep in mind. But the fact that we all have at least a chance for some rain this week is very welcome. And then again, drying out as we head into the next weekend. Now, we are well over 2 feet below normal for this year. We typically see 50 inches by this time on a given year. We've seen way less than that, so it's no surprise we, of course, are in a drought. I'm sure you've heard a lot about this drought. We're going to stay here. We're actually in an extreme and an exceptional drought. But something you should know about the drought monitor is that it comes out every Thursday. And the data collected for this basically gets cut off Tuesday morning. The drought monitor is made on Wednesday and then released on Thursday. So any of the rain that we see this week, anything that falls on Monday will get counted in the drought monitor. But if you get a good soaking rain, let's say Tuesday or Wednesday, it's not going to be counted in this drought monitor. So don't be surprised if the next release on Thursday things are a little worse. I do believe the next week we could start seeing some improvement from this rainier signal we have this week. Although this is not a drought buster that we're going to see here, but it is certainly welcome. We are watching one area of possible development. The chances are so low here. The models are not even developing anything. One reason why is all this wind shear that just wants to rip anything apart that wants to come into the Gulf for the next week or so, if not longer. Lots of high wind shear for us, which is really going to keep us nice and quiet. Lots of just really quiet action here out into the Gulf, or the Atlantic rather. We do have, of course, Tropical Storm Philippe, which is not really giving us much of a concern here. Temperatures back into the 70s as we head into tomorrow morning. Keep that in mind, that it is going to be a muggy one for you as you head to work and school, and we are looking for those chances for some storms to move through this week. 30 and 40% chance. They're not high here, but they are the highest we've had in quite some time. Maddie?
Yeah, Amber, I think all hope is lost for the summer to be wet and maybe even the fall as well. Is it typical of El Nino to give us a wet winter, maybe?
Typically, for El Nino, we typically see a wetter pattern, and that would be so welcome to see this year. We'll have to kind of get closer and see how things are going to go.
All right, here's hoping.